What makes Investment Quorum different from all other boutique firms?
I think we offer, first and foremost, really tight, close relationships with clients. What you don't get here is people coming and going. You get a very stable team looking after your affairs. Although we have reference model portfolios, every client has a bespoke portfolio based on the context and planning we've done to get them into that solution. We think there's been a big failing in the investment management side, is they chase assets. What they want to do is capture client assets, get the investment mandates, and then promise return. We think that clients shouldn't take any more risk in portfolios than is absolutely necessary. So we spend a long time understanding how much they need, when they will need it, how much they will need to withdraw from it, and what the final objectives are. And that will drive the portfolio construction. As opposed to the old chasing investment returns, we're actually chasing investment results.
Tell me, what makes Investment Quorum different from all other boutique firms?
I think the fact that we are just so open, that we're open on charges, we rebate charges to clients or retrocessions to clients. We are prepared to be measured, and we are every year by an independent measurement system as to how we're doing with our clients, and they talk to our clients very, very deliberately for those clients that want to do so to feed back to us what we're doing right and what we're doing wrong.
What separates you from large firms? Surely they have better access.
I think we've got just as much access. In fact, one could argue we have more access. So many of the large banks have portfolios that are driven by a process or an investment management team or an investment committee. By the time they get stuff in and out, you can have missed the markets, I think. So with the great advances in technology now, there's nothing that we can't buy on behalf of clients.
Are you more nimble than large firms?
I would say so. Even for a big lad like me, we're quite fleet of foot. Yeah.
How do you think the wealth management landscape is going to change over the next couple of years?
I think it's quite an interesting time. I think lots of the big brands have in effect blown up. It's been a very public disgrace for many of them, and lots of even the Swiss who had this great reputation have found that pretty badly tarnished. I think there is a very dynamic sector coming through, which is the boutique side. I think technology is driving a lot of the ability to compete on a big scale. We can buy funds at the same rates they can, for instance. I think we can deliver far better personalised service. So I think clients will become more demanding. And the other thing, of course, that's coming along is I think fund charges will have to fall. We know there are big disparities around the world of what people charge for funds, and I think this will definitely be demanded by private clients.
Who are your clients? Give me a typical client profile.
Typical client, it's always difficult to talk about a typical client, but if I talk about the cross-section of clients, they range from entrepreneurs who've got their own businesses or have sold their own businesses, through to, we've got lots and lots of senior level executives, typically in their 50s, approaching retirement, who've gathered the usual collection of bits and pieces along the way, perhaps haven't had a great amount of structure to it. We tidy it up for them. And then we've got clients who've gone into retirement, and of course it's become incredibly complex now. There's a disenchantment with annuities. People are unsure of the options that are available to them on terms of pension wealth. Can they pass it down through the generations? So that's our kind of cross-section, really.
What sectors are you looking at the moment? Are there any particular new products or countries that you're interested in?
There is the rise of the exchange-traded funds, of course, very cheap ability, very liquid, able to get in and out of markets quickly. We're seeing the rise of new asset classes such as life settlement type funds. We're seeing the rise, of course, of China as a new superpower, the BRIC economies, Brazil, Russia, India, China, no longer being particularly classed as emerging, but more mature, producing good returns. So I think it's a very exciting landscape at the moment.
Well, bearing that in mind, how do you think Britain's going to manage its debt crisis over the next couple of years?
I think this is a huge issue. We have a very bloated public sector that is not going to respond well to having itself reined in. I have a sneaking suspicion that politicians will be inclined to try and inflate their way out of this hole and all the issues that brings. But I think we really are in for a pretty torrid time.
Tell me a bit about your background. How did you get into investment management?
I fell into investment management. I fell into financial planning first. I did 8 years in the Royal Navy. I engaged someone to deal with a particular issue for me. He made such a hash of it. I had to step in and take control. And from there, really, it went on. So 20 years ago.
You seem to have won quite a lot of awards. What do you think it is that the judges like about your firm?
I think it all comes back to what I've said all along, is about customer focus. If you have happy clients who understand what they have, why they have it, when it will produce and when it won't produce, and it's communicated with them honestly, fairly and often, then I think it is a great way to move forward in a business. We've been very lucky to be recognised along the way by a number of organisations, and I'm very proud of everyone here who works very hard on behalf of their clients.